Okay, so as I was saying before, I'm using Shaper 3D to document progress and just to show how it's being built up, because I found it's the best user interface for sketch designed progress, basically. So yeah, I've already designed the base outline of the palm and the 3 fingers based along rough measurements of my own. Just as a base standard, I have got 4 fingers and a thumb, but I decided to just go with 3 this time, just because see how it goes, and it also mean that when it comes to motorization, it will be a bit easier to do for my first one. And so let's see what we got. So this is the Shaper 3D here, and so I use mine with the Lenovo Smart Pen, which has been the easiest I've found so far. And there we go. Okay. So I started off just by making out the rough design, roughly I believe a 9 by 9.9 centimeter, 9 by 9 centimeter square, and then we'll just see how I kept going from there. There we go. Once again, using this software isn't the greatest by any means, so it took a lot of trial and error. So as I'm going through the redos that I've already done, it's going to be a bit painful to watch because nothing properly was tidied up, but it's the most genuine way of how I got to where I did with the design. So I thought I'd still include it, and if there's any really boring bits, I'll just skip through them. And so if there's cutscenes, then that's just due to the fact that I need to skip through some bits that are just painful to watch. So yeah, here we go. So at first I decided to compartmentalize the fingers. So I was going for the base joint that would literally just all connected in there, and I could just add everything else on there, the joints for the knuckles. And so I mirrored it to just try and make it as accurate as possible. And then you just see me doing it again with this there. And one thing I did found that was a bit of an issue with Shaper 3D is the lines. If they're not perfectly straight, they will go off on a tangent and it will mess everything up. It's the hardest thing to rectify. And which I only really found out towards the end of it when I was trying to flip everything around or change everything up. It was a bit of a learning curve. And so in future I'm going to make sure everything's straight and everything's done. Okay, and yeah, let's just skip through some of this quickly. And once again, you can see where the lines went there, around there. Yeah, that was just painful to kind of rectify. And there we go. So now I'm working out the initial length of what I would like the finger to be. And let's do this. And yeah, so I decided on 9 centimeters to begin with. However, I quickly realized that would not be long enough. Actually, I realized later, but we'll see. And so I'm using these 2 there. They're going to be the start of a hinge. So the outside, and it would hook on into the middle of the next joint. And that's my plan for how I was going to do that. There we go. Let's just reposition this. But yeah, and then you see me here building the second one, which once again that line there caused me a lot of issues because it wasn't straight. And yes, there's going to be a bit of skipping here as I try to get this to work. And then I mirror it round, and that's when you can see everything just go a bit weird because the gaps are too small. And then I try to add a fingertip, and I'm still learning this software. And so it's going to be a learning progress for me at the same time. But I usually use 3D Builder or SolidWorks. However, I found this one's been a really interesting one for the use with the Smart Pen. It's been the best user interface I've found in a while. And so this was my original design, but I realised it's too short. There's only 2 hinges of movement, which it would be like, yeah, it just wouldn't work. You'd be trying to lift something up just like that. That just wouldn't work. And I discovered that eventually. And so you see me changing the end length I wanted there. There we go. I've mirrored it back on to add another joint. And there we go. That's what I decided on. And we just keep skipping through. We might see some things disappear, come back into place as I had to rectify things from the beginning. But that was what I settled on. There we go. It's me just tidying up, getting rid of my construction lines. I definitely enjoy these construction lines. I'm a very I like things to be symmetrical and equal and work, even just little things like that. Soon that'll be rectified to make a solid sketch. and we'll see it's here down soon. There we go. And then I think the good thing about Shaper is as soon as it becomes solid, it goes like this and it gets shaded in the middle, so you know if you've missed out a line, which is very helpful. There we go. So just going to skip through a little bit more here. There is some embarrassing mirroring where my math skills did not work to my advantage, and yeah, but we get there. We do get there eventually. And there we go. And then once again, that's just horrifying. There we go. And that's what's brought me up to my design at the moment. So at the moment, you can see we've got 3 points of movement along there, there, and there, there, and there. And so what I plan on doing is extruding all of these up to begin with, just to try and get the main fingers done. And then incorporating some circular designs along there, so it actually hooks in like a hinge. And then I'll start building the thumb, and then see where I go from there. I'll be printing off some prototypes from a printer there. I'm operating on the Ender 3 Pro, which has always served me quite well, and it's been a massive help getting into engineering, this kind of things. And so yeah, this is it so far, and in the next one I'll be shooting it out a little bit more and just seeing where it kind of goes from there. So I'll be still going to base it off my hand a little bit, just to start off with, maybe a little bit thicker, and then after that, once I've got all the hinges sorted, the thumb sorted, that's when I'm going to start brainstorming some different ideas for either a motorization or more of a hinge joint on the arm. So when the arm is extended, relaxed, then that's when the handle clasp. But see how it goes. At the time, there might be a few different versions of this. And so yeah, I'm not even sure how I'm going to post this at the moment, whether it's going to be YouTube, Instructables, or even Twitch, since I'm just Twitches before, but TikToks maybe. But yeah, so if you watch this, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoy. This is